In that part of our presentations, so I'd like to do some brainstorming work. So I'm going to ask you several questions, and based on the presentation I did earlier part of the presentation, so you have to, if you don't have pencil or paper or notebook in front of your desk, please bring it on your desk. So you have to write down something, because I will ask you some questions to you, and you have to write it down, because those answers of these questions will be need in the later part of the presentation when our guest speaker will uh, come in to present his thoughts. All right. So we're going to move to brainstorming section. So I again invite you to keep or collected your tools like pen, pencils, or notebook just in front of your desk. In the meantime, I will take some chat questions and try to answer it. All right, Google Scholar, select peer reviewed. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's another good, good information from John. Yeah, Google Scholar also providing us some peer reviewed articles, which would be a good and credible information platform. So you can even use the Google Scholar. Sorry, I forgot it to introduce the Google Scholar to you. Also, you can get some more credible information source. As far as I remember, Frontier or another platform. And if you know some more other credible sources, you can just leave it in the chat box so that the other guest will be beneficiary from those sources. All right, I think you bring your pencil, papers, and the notebooks in front of your desk, and I'm going to start the brainstorming sections. So I will give you some 2 or 3 minutes for completing those answers, and please write the most right thinking, see what thinking right now on the blank space. All right. So yeah, as I told you, use your brain, all right, in that part of the presentation or the event or whatever you could say. So you have to use your brain so that you could learn something. What I did say in the previous part of the in the earlier part of the presentation. All right. So here, so I know from Bangladesh, and several guests are joining from the Mongolia and the Pakistan and even from India. So those countries are different geographical areas. So I would just request you to complete that form. Like, I know you guys have several different thinking, several interested areas, and uh, you guys have even like several different tests of choosing referencing tools, and different peoples can even searching their appropriate articles in different platforms. So I would like to just completing this table and keep it to you. All right. So you can minimum put one response, but maximum three. And for first one, I'm gonna count the time. You can put your interested area. I mean that I know that's gonna work very effectively for the beginners, for thinking how can they approach to write a review or research article. Okay, so I'm gonna start a timer for 3 minutes to complete the interested research area. So which research area you are interested on, please complete this table, the first row, and the 3 column is here, A, B, and C. You can put the maximum 3 response, minimum 1. All right. So 3 minutes in counting. So 50 seconds left to complete the interested research area. I know doesn't matter for those people who are already expert on writing the research or review articles, but I leave that sections for beginners so that they can use their brain like the way they can think about their interested area of research. Because I know back in Bangladesh, I've seen several students. They were like confused. They even had thinking like they thought different like tracks of research. Even their major was like different. So their research area was not like matching with the major. So they were like lose their interest to write a review or research article middle of the way. So yeah, that's right. And now we're gonna move on to the time up. So you can stop to put the response on interested research area. And I'm gonna ask you to make sure that what kind of referencing tools you would like. So I told Jotero, Mendeley, and EndNote. You can find those free versions if you will not be able to download it from the internet. So you can email me later. I will help you to download those informations, maybe any of them. So you can like contact me later of the event. So now I'm going to allow you to allow 1 minute for choosing a referencing tool. Definitely it should be logical. Why, if you choose Jotero, why you want to like choose Jotero? So I'm going to allow you 1 minute to complete the row referencing tools you would like. All right, so 1 minute in counting. All right, so I think um, you just choose one of them, or doesn't matter, maybe 3 responses. So if you want to use Jotero or Mendeley or EndNote, doesn't matter, or any other, if you know any other referencing tools, please drop comments in our chat box so that we can share those chats. I will try to send those chats to your email so that you can review later of the event and reserve those information for your future attempt to write and review article. So in the last response, I mean, last thing, how to find articles or whatever, what type of articles you need to search in internet. So I would like to request you that please fill that part with matching your interested area. Just leave 2 or 3 keywords in the third row for 3 different responses, like what kind of keyword you have to put on the search bar to find the right article for your interested area. All right. So as for example, if you choose chemical engineering or environmental management interested area of your research interested area, then how can you find an article in internet? Then maybe you have to leave the keyword like environmental management or environmental damage or environmental ecosystem, like that. So you have to put that sort of keywords in the internet search bar, maybe Google search bar or any other journal search bar. Then you can find the right things, right? So I don't know what in research interested area you put in the first row. just match your interested area and leave some keywords in the third row, all right? So that you can, when you will start writing, that brainstorming table will help you, all right? So I will allow another 1 minute for completing the third row, all right? So I'm gonna start the 1 minute in counting. All right, sorry. All right, so I think you use your brain properly, and we will discuss it more in the later part of our presentations. So I hope this brainstorming will be efficient for you in the later part of the event. I think you will feel very good to start writing a new review or research article. All right, so Uh, in that part, so I'm going to introduce the honorable speaker. But before introducing honorable speaker, I will talk a little bit about some of the chat questions with you. So I'm going to move on to the chat room. I'm sorry, it's right. So all right. Joel Jergel asked me, I heard that review article is harder than research article to publish. Do you think, is it true? And second question is, before we send our paper, we need to submit article abstract. So in the abstract, what should I include? Thank you, sir. All right, so in the first question, so it's depend on like the journal. So recently we submitted an article, I mean review article to the Journal of Total Environment. So you maybe uh, some of the guests know that Journal of Total Environment is a high impact factor journal. So its impact factor is over 6. So we submitted our review article. So still we are waiting for the reviewer's response. So I would not say it's easy to publish a review article, but it's depend on the journal policy and the process of reviewing. Sometimes it's not so much tough or so much difficult. It could happen. You can easily get the publication if everything will be okay or matching with the standard of the journal. So it's tough to answer the correct in a correct words that review article is more harder to publish than the research article. Sometimes research article even like seems like harder than to publish compared to the review article. I had some bitter experience to get publications of my first fundamental research. So as far as I remember, we did change 2 or 3 journal because our writings, our work was not like matched with the journal aim and scope. So we was like wondering, oh my goodness, we couldn't get our article published out. So we have to think about the other journals. We have to matching the journal aim and scope. So you see what I mean? Like sometimes it's tough even to publish the fundamental research compared to the review article. And then again, vice versa, sometimes review article is like easy, tough. So it could happen in either way, all right? And then second question is, before we send our paper, we need to submit article abstract. So in the abstract, what should I include? So it's depend again the journal policy that if you have to first send an abstract or the whole manuscript. So it's depend. But if you want to send an abstract to a journal for publications, so I would recommend you to write I mean, what it called, like the main theme of your paper included in an abstract so that readers can easily, I mean, get the information about what you are going to say in the later part of your article. So abstract is just a aggregation of a small tiny part, which should be very strong but informative, and it will make you aware that what you are going to say in the later part of the research paper. You see, like, so abstract should be precise but strong and informative. All right. I think you understand. And even I would like to request some other persons, if you have any other visions or any other thinkings about to write an article, you can share in our chat box. So I think, yeah, that's my answer. And John said at the University of Wisconsin, I was taught to only articles from the best known authors from the best universities. This may be good for review articles, but I think not for new discoveries or new ideas. Yeah, like things already been changed. So yeah, sometimes you have to like think in a different way. Even if right now, like back in 10 or 15 years, things changed a lot. Like people are right now use different tools, different things. People are moving from pen and pencil to computer and different software. So yeah, you were right, John. You were absolutely right. And you asked me, could you show me the page with the reference to the DOI number with the Venn diagram? Okay, all right. I'll be more than happy to show you the Venn diagram again. So let me allow some times. The Venn diagram should be here. Okay. All right. So don't worry, I will send the PDF version of the slide presentation to email later of the event. So here you can see the Science Direct website. So the thing is, you know, like the scientific journals or articles, sometimes very expensive to buy. You see what I mean? Like, so several peoples across the world are using the SCI, that website, for downloading different articles for free of cost. So if you find articles DOI number, if that article not like free to access for everybody, then you can do copy the DOI number of that specific scientific article, and then you can browse that website, SCI-HUB. I'm sorry. So you can browse the sci-hub.ac website, and you can just, when you will browse that website, you can find a search bar. So if you copy the DOI number of a specific article and paste it on that search bar in this website, you can find the article free of cost, and you can even download that article and store for further use. So yeah, I think you got the answer, John, sorry. All right. I once sent an email to an author in Australia.
Thank you.
He sent me his article for free in less time than it took to drive to the university library. Yeah, that's right. But the thing is, uh, John, the thing is that what I experienced when I've been writing my research article, like in the middle of the night, I've been writing my article and I was thinking that, oh my goodness, I have to introduce that sort of information. Then how can I manage those informations? So then immediately I searched it in the Science Direct website and I found that sort of article. Then I copied the DOI number and pasted it onto the Sci-Hub SE, and I downloaded that article. If I will find an author and then email to the author for requesting to get the article from the author, then it could be maybe a long process sometimes. So if you could be able to use the Science Direct website and copy the DOI number and paste it into the sci-hub.acu website search bar, it could be cut down the time to complete your review or research article. I think you understand what I mean. So, so in that part, so I'm going to, in the first section of our presentation, so I'm going to introduce our honorable speaker. So, as I already said in the first part of our presentation, that our honorable speaker is Dr. Delwar Hussain. He's currently working in Stanford University, USA as a postdoctoral scholar. So I will just, I'll just give the floor to him and he will come here to present his amazing experience in the track of research. So just in that part, so I will just request you to allow me 2 or 3 minutes to connect our guest speaker to get into the main room. All right, so thank you so much for attending in the first portion of the presentation. I hope you guys learn at least something new to start writing your brand new research or review articles. So, and I hope so that in the later part of the presentation, you will learn a lot more than the first part of the presentations. So stay tuned, and if you, in the meantime, if you need any coffee or food or drink, anything else, just bring it in your desk and join the second part of the presentations. And if you like that event, definitely you could share our event information or some of the information of our School of the People. Even I would like to request you, if somebody want to work with us, I mean, as a volunteer in our School of the People. So we are trying to spread across the world. So please let me know, email us if you want to work with us, then we can work together. All right, thank you so